Okay, video, watch this. We got game. This game, it seems pretty obvious what this is. Warframe. And with their new update, Jade Shadow's Constellation, it's probably pretty obvious on, you know, some a player like myself who finds literally nothing to do during endgame except say they have something to do and then not do it because why would you do that? You can you could just wait until the next update to come out and then come right back after not playing for 5 months. I'm gonna call it how to do it. Warframe, because it's Warframe. And in Warframe, a lot of people don't know how to do modding. Modding is this and not confusing menu, please believe me. We got a bunch of stats and attributes, big words I know. Here on the left, got health. If you're not watching this and you don't know what that is, you could leave. Shield, same thing. Armor. Now we have these little descriptions you can read. Not a lot of people like to do that, but don't worry about that. Energy, this is pretty important. Not gonna lie, it's pretty important. Sprint speed, that's subjective. Don't think about that all that much. And then the abilities, we'll get to those. Now, first, in terms of your overall Warframes, see what I have here is Ureli Prime. Underrated Warframe, I'm not gonna lie. Very fun. If you take these stats that I have here on this specific setup that I'm running, you can see there's absolutely nothing here. 105 armor, that's nothing. Health, nothing. And shield, nothing. Energy, English, 845. That's a lot because I have this mod called Primed Flow. Now, if you're a beginner, you're not going to have this. You're going to have Flow. Primed is mod, but better by a lot. But I have this, gives me 168% energy max. Don't worry about the number. It just means it gives a lot. Hence why I have 800. See, if I remove it, 315. Now you can pull your big brain out and maybe say, oh, well, yeah, 168% is, if I do the math. Shut up. I don't care. When it comes to Ureli, there's a lot of spamming going on, mainly of her fourth ability, which, as you could see, 145 energy costs. Now, that 845 seems pretty important because that means, mathematically speaking, that's at least 2 casts. And then there's this one as well, Sea Snares, which 36 energy drain. See, I'm not going to do the math, but now you might be wondering, why are they green and red? Well, that's obvious, you idiot. It's because green means good and red means bad. Now, the reason why my energy drain is red is because I have this mod, Blind Rage. Now, again, do not worry about the numbers. Now, again, if you're a new player, you're not getting this anytime soon, believe me. I only got this maybe last year because I decided to play the game more. But it's fine. Don't even think about it. You want to do this. I'm in a simulator, or as Warframe would like to call it, the simulacrum. I think that's how you pronounce it. Whatever. I'm going to spawn in 125 level, 20 of a strong guy. Now, I can only go to max of 125 because I play this game. I'm going to summon them. Now, basically, what you want to do in Warframe is you want to kill them as fast as possible. That's the overall objective that you want to do in this game. I forgot to pause them. So basically, what you want to do in this game is you want to have the ability to kill them as fast as possible. So basically, you want to aim for their cranium. That's a large number right there. 220k? No, that's because that guy or girl, I don't know, does that. Makes their orange health go red. That's because their yellow is armor, which makes them tankier. See? He didn't die in one shot there, but this guy, he's red. He dies. Also does more damage because they're weaker. I missed. As you can see, obviously, I'm doing a lot of damage. That's because I'm just so good at what I do. But that's with my weapon. Now let me show you what I do with my Warframe here, Ureli Prime. Prime Warframes are, just like Primed mods, are Warframe but better. They take a bit to acquire, unless you have money. With Ureli, she has this thing. Normally you ride it, but with my build, I have a mod on that specifically allows me to not do that. Why? Because people don't like it. I like it. I have a separate build. I'm not using it right now, though. Anyway, as you can see, they get stunned. This summons the first ability of Ureli. The first ability is this, which, as I stated earlier, you would spam this a lot because it does crowd control, which is important in a game that summons a gazillion enemies in front of your face in 5 seconds. And since it is a spam, obviously, as you can see in the bottom right corner, I wouldn't do this in an actual game, but, you know, Elijah's lost 300 energy right there. Now what I can also do is activate her third ability, which summons these blades, which do slash. Slash is that funny, a lot of effects, funny status thing at the top of the health. See that number that's at 2-1 and then it disappeared? Yeah, that's slash, which does a lot of damage when it stacks up. See that? See, look. It's stacking and then they die. Yes. Now, if you combine that with this, even more crowd control with her fourth ability also takes a lot of energy. You can see all those numbers, and then more numbers. Yes. Yes. And then blow it up. Yes. Yes. Confetti. You might be wondering, how do I do that? This is where everybody gets confused, and I don't know why. So, basically, you want to look and use your eyes. That's something that's very important. Modding a Warframe is not difficult, believe me. I I thought it was at first. It's not. It is literally the most bare bones of looking at numbers. What I do, my strategy is I scan over the Warframe's abilities and then I see what has the majority of priorities. With Ureli here, as you can see, duration is a bit important because of this ability right here, because its main thing is duration. So I have it at 65 seconds due to primed continuity giving me more duration. You guys got the idea about the primed mod, so I don't gotta state that. Doesn't need it all that much. This is also duration, and this is also duration, as you can see there. And then range is also important because this has range, this has range, and since they spam and they are crowd control, you want range. And sure, they are spammy, but I also want to do big damage. So that's where Blind Rage comes in. High damage at the cost of efficiency. Efficiency is the energy cost. So since it minuses and my efficiency is at 55 instead of 100%, they cost more. So I'm doing a lot of damage for a long time in a big area. Simple, I know. I'm so good at explaining. With all of that, with our powers combined, we create good Warframe who does a lot of damage, albeit very fragile, but that's what this is for. With Ureli, summoning this, you get this in the right 16,125 health to that thing, which is a massive damage reduction, which is incredibly useful for a Warframe that has next to nothing in the health department. So it makes a Warframe that has really good damage, so basically unkillable, and you combine that with weapons, making it very easy to get through very high levels. As you saw, I was tearing through level 125 enemies who have a lot of armor and a lot of damage. Moral of the story is literally just pay attention to what your Warframe does the most and build into it. As long as you have the mods. If you don't have the mods, tough luck. Figure it out. Oh, the outro. No, this can't be. No, please.